we're kicking off the second hour of the show with music, incidentally, because the summer festival at the Vandeleur Walled Garden is set to return to Kilrush from the 26th to the 28th of this month, promising 3 days of music, comedy, family entertainment and community celebration in one of Clare's most beautiful settings. This year's lineup features the internationally acclaimed singer Brian Kennedy, the legendary Kilfenora Céilí Band, comedian Bernard Casey and a host of local favourites. And to tell us more about what's in store, I'm joined by Sharon Malone, the Assistant Sales and Marketing Manager with Clare Tourism Development DAC, and the festival headliner Brian Kennedy himself. Delighted to have both of you with us. And Sharon, the Summer Festival of Vandeleur Walled Garden returning for its third year. How have you seen the festival grown since it was first launched?
Morning, Alan. How are you? It's a wonderful weekend for Kilrush, and each year it's grown and grown, and there's great excitement this year for it. With 3 very full days planned, targeting lots of different interests in music, dance. Our younger visitors are in for a treat as well, with a lovely biology show on Saturday morning. And this year too, Kilrush Shamrocks are launching the new publication, the Lord and Masters book, with celebrating the Kilrush Shamrocks Historic 5 in a row. They're on Saturday morning launching that. They also have a family fun day on Sunday up at the cricket field. We have music during the day as well. Patrick Roach's on Saturday afternoon. And the comedian then started on Sunday evening. And of course, we're very, very excited about welcoming Brian Kennedy to Kilrush as well for the first time.
Yes, Brian, and I don't know if you've been in Kilrush before. Lovely part of the county.
Yeah.
What attracted you to the summer festival at the Vandeleur Walled Garden?
Well, I mean, Sinead just described it. It sounds like an incredible couple of days. I love these kind of community-based situations, where you get to, bump into neighbours and see a different side of people. I love that it's the celebration of music. It's a celebration of, the arts, really, to remind us all, especially in County Clare. I spent a lot of time in Killaloo, in that part of the world too. I love Clare. I feel somehow connected to it, and to think that I'm going to be bringing, my show that I've just been doing in the Edinburgh Festival and all that. So I just think that Sinead is doing a brilliant job putting together, these festivals that just grow and grow. And the more that people come, the more they grow, the more that people want to do it the following year. So I just feel really thrilled to be part of the soundtrack of it. And yeah, I mean, I'm so excited to be returning to Clare. It's been a wee while since I've been there. So up Clare, as they say, and indeed up Kilrush. I can't wait to see everybody.
Yeah, and people will be very much looking forward to hearing you singing. Some of them will be wondering.
So.
Some of them will be wondering, are you going to be doing any dancing?
Well, as you saw, I can sort of do bits and pieces. I may or may not have kept some of the wardrobe. So if you want to see some of the wardrobe up close, maybe sure, come and say hi. I mean, let's have fun. Let's just see. I never plan these things too much, I just kind of come and see what the audience are like. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of audience we have, a mixture of obviously local people, international people, and, the whole family, whatever version of family you have. You're going to be there, and I'm going to sing for you.
Yeah, and that's very much a performance to look forward to. But a great acts across the run of the festival, as you highlighted earlier on, Sharon. And of course, the Kilfenora Céilí Band always go down very well in their home county and returning by popular demand. But it isn't their first rodeo at the Vandeleur Walled Garden.
It's not. We've had the Kilfenora here twice before, and just the response to them is amazing. And I think any night out with the Kilfenora is just, it lifts your spirits and gets toes tapping, and it really brings us back to what it was traditional music is all about. And I mean, to have the Kilfenora, being from Clare, and they're so amazing to support all, these local festivals as well. And we're thrilled to have them. Yeah, so they'll be there Saturday night now, lifting the roof of the marquee, I'm sure.
But it's not just music, comedy as well, and Bernard Casey's going to be another big draw. How does comedy fit into the overall festival experience?
Yes, well, I suppose wanted to mix it up a little bit, and Bernard was with us last year on the Thursday evening, and it was the first time that we had gone with a comedian. And oh my gosh, the response was brilliant, because it's, I suppose, then maybe a different audience that are going to come to see Bernard. So when we were looking at the lineup for this year and we approached him, he was delighted to come back again. He loved it that night as well. So it just mixes it up, and it means that, between, Brian and Kilfenora and Bernard Casey, you could come out every night and have a different experience as well.
And Brian, we were mentioning your appearance on Dancing with the Stars earlier on. What was it? I don't know how you felt going into it. Some contestants can be reticent or hesitant about it. What was it? An overall positive experience?
Oh, completely. I mean, I had to, as you know, or maybe not know, I had to go to the hospital and get a letter to say that, I was going to be fit, match fit for it. So I loved the challenge of it. I was setting myself a physical challenge because, as you know, the last 10 years have been very tricky in terms of the cancer journey. And then, of course, the quadruple heart bypass. And I mean, it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not. So for me to be able to do the 4 hours rehearsal every single day, I suppose the only thing is you get 3 weeks to learn the first dance, and then maybe a week to learn the second one. So I think we peaked on week 1, if I'm honest, but because we just had so much longer to rehearse. But I proved to myself I could do something so physically demanding. So hopefully now when the Kilfenora band come on, I'll be ready. The audience will be ready. I'll be like, come on, I've done my rehearsal.
Kicking those legs up into the air. And I suppose when you appear in a show like that, Brian, does it help in terms of bringing new audiences to your music? They see on TV, they might have heard your name, maybe haven't heard too much your music, and then they explore it and go, geez, I love this guy's stuff.
Yes, I mean, I think all of the above, certainly because of the internet, you can access somebody immediately. So while they're watching me, doing the Viennese waltz, there are people, tuning in from all around the world and checking me out for the first time and all that. Same with Eurovision, same with anything like that. So, I mean, it's all been a really positive experience. And, if RTE ring you up and want you to do it, if anybody listening, do it. It's the best fun in the world. Dancing is so freeing. That's the thing about it too, because we spend so much of our time, people commuting in cars and all those kind of things. When you're on the dance floor and you're really, really allowing yourself to feel free, I mean, I absolutely love it. I couldn't recommend it. Have you been asked yet? That's all I'll ask you now.
I haven't, but they probably
Are you sure?
they probably heard, Brian, that my legs are purely for walking.
Well, I don't know about that. You see, you think that, and then you suddenly find yourself taking up the I mean, it's really no wonder they give you a professional dancer to train with, because it's really difficult. But even I surprised myself thinking I can actually do this routine. I can do it.
Well, my wardrobe can do a bit of jazzing up. So for that reason alone, if they do ask me, I'll be all ears to accept the offer.
Yeah, exactly.
Sharon, there's tons of other stuff happening as well. I mean, look, any music festival, it's about more than the music, as we touched on with Bernard Casey. But there's it's a family festival. It's not one purely for people in their late teens and older to be going to. Kids can head along as well.
Exactly. They can indeed. As I mentioned, I suppose Saturdays, we're looking forward to Lovely Day Saturday. In the morning, the Kilrush Shamrocks are launching the new publication, but the historic 5 in a row in the marquee in the morning. And then following that, for our younger festival goers, we have a biology workshop with Poppy. Now, Poppy is, this show is really, really wonderful. It's perfect for the garden. So she invites our younger audience into the garden for a heartwarming interactive circus show, which celebrates the magic of bees, which, of course, we've loads of lovely bees and biodiversity within the Walled Garden. So she combines juggling, dance, puppetry, and a bit of science in a fun way. So that's going to be a really lovely experience. Now we have 2 of those shows on the Saturday afternoon, one at 1:30 and one at 3. And then during the day as well, our Gifts from Clare shop, they're hosting the Travelling Tradesman, James O'Connor and Owen Reardon. They're traditional blacksmithing and woodworking techniques. They were with us last year on the Saturday as well. So they're a lovely tie-in to more, I suppose, the traditional crafts that they're trying to keep alive, and they have beautiful handcrafted woodcrafts. We have music as well. Southern Cross Music will be there in the courtyard on Saturday as well. And that'll be a lovely run-in then to, I suppose, Saturday evening with the Kilfenora. And on Sunday, then we've a local favourite of us with Patrick Roach, who will have an afternoon of dancing in the marquee from 2:30. that'll keep us all going. And then, Bernard Casey that night as well. And sure, there might be a few more surprise appearances throughout the weekend also, if anybody pops up to the gardens.
Okay, there you go. Sharon teasing us, but I won't prod you anymore on that, because I know you won't reveal. Brian, with someone like with someone with your back catalogue, do you have to balance it at this stage with playing more recent material? You want to do that, but people expect the hits as well, and trying to strike a fine balance between the two.
Exactly right, and that's the art of playing live. You really gauge the set list from the audience. I talk to the audience a lot. I love a lot of interaction. I want to very much make sure that the audience know they're very much a central part of what's going on in terms of my singing. And, the occasional story about where a song came from, or how I ended up on Broadway singing with Van Morrison, Eurovision, whatever it is. I love to make sure that, that now, as you said, there are nearly 20 albums. My 20th record is coming out in October later this year. So it's hard to create a balance, but that makes sure every show is completely different every single night. But yes, I'm going to obviously, things like You Raise Me Up and Captured and Put the Message in the Box and all those songs, I love to weave them in and out of stories. And you would never know what I might just burst into, because somebody might suggest something or tell a story about, the time I lived in Killaloo, for example. I lived there for a long time. I have a lovely song called The Ballad of Killaloo, things like that. So you would never know what would happen, but it's very much audience driven, because the great thing about the Walled Garden is that I just love the idea of it, because it feels like a kind of a secret, like a beautiful kind of local secret where we're all gathering and telling stories and singing and dancing. It sounds incredible, doesn't it?
It really, really does. I'm just thinking 20 albums. My God, Brian, it must be a pain in your brain trying to whittle down a set list out of 20 albums.
But you know what? I welcome it too. It's a wonderful privilege to be surrounded by so much of my music over the years. And yeah, exactly. We'll see what happens. But, the only way to come and to find out about what kind of show I'm going to do is come to the Walled Gardens and, see, because it'll be a real kind of one-off kind of show. These kind of venues are so rare. And the way that Sinead is describing it, there's absolutely, definitely something for everybody in that audience. Absolutely.
Okay, so I think we've whetted people's appetites, Sharon. How can people get their hands on tickets for the 26th to the 28th?
You can purchase tickets on the website, vandelourewalledgardens.ie, or they can pop into the visitor centre and purchase the tickets personally. I'll give a phone call and it'll all be arranged.
Okay,
so
well,
really
sounds like it's good.
Thank you, Alan, and thanks, Brian. I can't wait to see you that night.
I can't wait to be seen. I'm telling you, I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, look, big thanks to both of you, Sharon and Brian, for joining me. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Sharon Malone, Assistant Sales and Marketing Manager with the Clare Tourism Development DAC, and the one and only Brian Kennedy, who you can see performing at the Summer Festival at the Vandeleur Walled Gardens.